Well, 2 people have reportedly lost their lives while properties have been destroyed in Ibadan following an explosion which occurred in the state, sending shockwaves across the city metropolis. Reacting to the incident last night, Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde called for calm. Makinde, who spoke to journalists, said the explosion, which also injured 77 people, was caused by illegal miners who stored explosive devices in one of the buildings in the Bodija area of Ibadan. The State Commissioner for Information and Orientation, Prince Dotun Oyelade, who confirmed the incident, said residents of Ibadan and the immediate environs have experienced an uncommon explosion at about 8 p.m. last night. For more updates on the situation in Ibadan, Arise correspondent Olutayo Famous Cole is live at the scene and joins us now. Thank you, Olutayo. I hope you're staying safe. We have seen some residents describing the incident as a tremor. Others said that it could have been a gas explosion, but it has now been confirmed that it was a blast from an improvised kind of explosive device. Can you bring us up to speed as to exactly what's being done in the area, if they've been able to apprehend any of those illegal miners, and of course those that have been injured or lost their lives, if you've spoken to their families to see how they've been handling this explosion and the bad news?
Yes. At the moment, rescue and excavation measures are underway. I spoke with members of various rescue teams, and they told me that so far so good. Only 2 bodies have been recovered since morning, that's today. If you look around me, you see the level of devastation, the level of destruction caused by this blast that happened Tuesday. And according to security agencies that I spoke with that confided in me, they said some illegal miners from a particular African country were residing about 3 blocks from this place, and they had been storing these very dangerous explosive materials used in mining in this residential building. And unfortunately, yesterday, those materials exploded, killing an unspecified amount of people. So far, so good. Excavation and scanning. I also spoke with a rescue agency, a special rescue agency, who told me that they used their scanners and they discovered that one body, that is where the building, exactly where the explosion started from, that there might be a body there. There might be a victim whose remains unevacuated there, and they are searching diligently to ensure they bring out the lifeless body of that victim from the exact point where the blast took place. As you can see, work is ongoing. All security agencies are collaborating to ensure that all lifeless bodies, all victims that could be rescued, are brought back alive.
Olutayo, thank you for that update. You did mention that you had a conversation with some authorities and they confided in you, saying that some illegal miners from a specific African country were storing some devices and whatnot. Now we're seeing all this collaboration going on, in terms of rescue efforts. Could this have actually been prevented? Did this need to happen before they sprung up into action? Since they were aware that they were coming from a certain group of people from a specific African country, could this have been prevented?
First, of course it could have been prevented if we have a viable and up-to-date database whereby we can easily track those who come into the country and those who go out. And of course, we all know that we don't have a viable database. But according to some residents who confided in me, they said some landlords who reside in this area were aware of those explosive substances being there, but nobody based on the peculiarity of where we find ourselves was willing to come out to collaborate with security agencies. So this could have been prevented peradventure residents, the Landlord Association, had come out to inform various security agencies about the presence of these dangerous materials. Peradventure, this would not have happened, but many of them were scared for their dear lives, and unfortunately, this has happened. It's an avoidable accident. It has happened.
Definitely agree with you there on the chances that it could have been unavoidable. But now that we've spoken about the problems, let's talk about solutions. Preliminary investigations by security agencies which revealed these illegal miners occupying one of the houses in Bodija, which had been storing these explosive devices that caused the blast. Has there been any names submitted? Has there been any charges filed? Have they been able to track it down, maybe to the landlords, to the African the African citizens who may have put those explosives there? Have any arrests been made, or is it still very early in the investigation?
It's still very early in the investigation, but last night the governor of Oyo State was here, and he gave a directive urging residents with useful information that could lead to the arrest of the masterminds of this deadly act to come forward with vital information that could lead to their arrest and could lead to, stopping this type of sad incident from recurring. It's a very bad development that has occurred here, and the government says they are determined to put a total stop to this. And all they seek for is that residents across the state, if you see something, you just have to say something. So they want residents across the state to collaborate with all security agencies to ensure that this type of ugly incident is nipped in the bud.
Very well said, Olutaye Famous Call. Thank you for bringing us that update. We appreciate your time as always, and please be safe.